Hi eMbody members, my name's Megan. This is Caitlin. She's going to do my demo body for today's class. So today we're going to be doing JOGA. So if you missed my intro from yesterday, it's basically more of an athletic type of yoga. We're going to just be working through some breathing exercises, some warm up, a few core flows, and then some stretching, and we'll see how you do after that, okay? If you have any questions, I guess feel free to type them in and I'll try to address them at the end. Other than that, I think we'll get started. Like I said yesterday, you just need your mat. You don't need your yoga blocks or anything. You can have water in case you need it. Take breaks. Listen to your body. If you need that break, take it. Other than that, we're just going to get started, okay? All right. So what I'm going to have you do first is just lie down on your back. Okay? You're going to bend your knees, bringing your heels as close to your bum as possible, making sure that your heels are right behind your sits bones. Okay? So those are like the little bones you find in your bum when you sit down. Okay? Making sure everything's nice and aligned. You're going to take your right hand, okay? You're going to put it on your lower abdomen. Your thumb is going to be right at your belly button, and your pinky is going to be right at your pubis bone, okay? And then you're going to take your left hand, you're going to place it on your chest, yep? And then I want you to relax your elbows to the floor. So if your hand has to come closer to the side of your chest, that's totally okay. All right, nice and relaxed in this position. We're just going to work on some breathing to start, okay? So what I want you to do is take a nice inhale through the nose, and then just a loud exhale through the mouth. Good. And again, inhale through the nose. When we exhale through the mouth, I want you to soften the jaw and make a loud sound, okay? Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Another inhale through the nose. Notice where your breath is going. And loud exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Now we're going to come into some belly breathing, okay? So I want you to take your right hand and gently press it on your lower abdomen just to feel it activate a little bit. Then we're going to take 3 separate inhales through the nose. So we're going to inhale 1, breathing into the belly only. Inhale 2. Good. Push the belly into the hand. 3. We're going to pause and hold. And then exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find comfort at the bottom. Again through the belly. Inhale 1. Inhale through the nose. 2. Inhale 3. Pause, hold at the top. Exhale through the mouth for 3, 2, and 1. Good. One more time through the belly. Inhale 1. Press the belly into the hand. 2. Good. Inhale 3. Pause at the top. And exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now we're going to move into the chest breathing, okay? So press your left hand gently into that chest. Just breathing into the chest cavity. Inhale 1 through the nose. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Again, pause at the top. Exhale 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, inhale through the nose, breathing into the chest. Inhale 2, try to breathe into your side ribs. Inhale 3, try to breathe into your back ribs. Pause at the top. Exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Good. One more time. Inhale front ribs. Inhale side ribs. Inhale back ribs. Fill that thoracic cavity. And exhale, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to combine the two. We're going to start with the belly, moving into the chest. So we're going to start. Inhale 1 through the belly. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Pause, separate into the chest. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Find more space. 3. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Empty out completely. Find comfort at the bottom. And again through the belly. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Pause. Separate to the chest. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Fill the ribs. 3. Hold at the top. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Switching chest first, belly second. We breathe in 1 through the chest. Inhale 2. Fill the thoracic cavity. 3. Pause, separate to the belly. Inhale 1. Press the belly into the hand. 2. Inhale 3. Pause at the top. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Completely contract at the bottom. Empty out all of the air. Again through the chest. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Pause. Separate to the belly. Inhale 1. Press the belly into the hand. 2. Find more space. 3. Pause at the top. Hold. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. And a loud exhale through the mouth. Good. And again, inhale through the nose. Loud exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do is draw your navel into your spine, contracting that core. Grab your knees one at a time and hug them into your chest. Very nice. Here, I just want you to rock gently side to side, noticing how your back feels. Breathing at your own pace. Beautiful. And when you feel ready, I want you to roll onto your right side. Knees stay bent. Right arm comes under your head like a pillow. Very nice. And here you're just going to take deep breaths in through the nose, loud exhale through the mouth. Good. We'll do 2 more breaths here. So inhale and exhale through the mouth. Good. Noticing how your body's feeling today. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Very good. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a tabletop position, so on our knees and our hands. Good. So setting up your tabletop, there's a few things I want you to focus on. I want your knees directly below your hips, okay? And then I also want your heels right behind your sit bones, so everything's nice and aligned. And then your wrists are underneath your shoulder, okay? Good. So from here, we're going to work on warming up our spine, okay? We're going to start from the feet first, moving to the head, okay? So the order of movement flows this way, all right? So on our inhale, we're going to dorsiflex our ankles, so tuck our feet under, tilt the pelvis up, lengthen through the chest, slightly lift the head. That's on your inhale. On your exhale, releasing through the feet first. You drop the tops of the feet to the floor. Tilt the pelvis under, push the front ribs to back ribs, let the head hang slightly, and push through the floor with your hands. Okay, so inhale, flex through the feet, lift the pelvis, chest, then head. Exhale, tops of the feet, tilt the pelvis, front ribs to back ribs. Good, pressing into the floor. We'll do 1 more breath here. Inhale, flex the feet, tilt the pelvis first. Good. Lengthen through the chest bone, lift the head. Exhale through the mouth, tops of the feet come to the floor. Tilt the pelvis, front ribs to back ribs, head comes left. Very nice. From here, we're going to start breathing into this nice round space that we've created in our back. So what I want you to do, draw your pubis bone, so the bone at the front here, a little bit up and in, okay? And then I want you to try to pull your front ribs to back ribs even more. Press into the floor with your hands, creating as much space back here as you can. You want a nice rounded back, okay? Then during our inhale, we inhale through the nose. We're trying to breathe into this back space, stretching the space between our shoulder blades. And we're going to exhale through the mouth. Good, making sure we're not relaxing. You keep pushing into the floor. Keep the tension. Inhale through the nose. Loud exhale through the mouth. more breath. Breathe into this space. Inhale. And loud exhale, through the mouth. Beautiful. Okay. Coming into a neutral spine. Very nice. Okay. From here, we're going to come into a hovering tabletop. So what I want you to do is dorsiflex those ankles. Okay? We're going to contract our core, so pull the pubis bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs so that we're not hanging in our back here. But then I don't want you to be rounded, so you're going to lengthen a bit through your sternum, your chest bone. Okay? And head stays neutral. Okay? We're going to press into the floor with our hands. Press into the floor with our toes. And when you feel stable enough, you're going to try to lift your knees about 2 inches off the floor. Good. Take a deep inhale. Loud exhale. Very nice. If you feel comfortable, okay, we're going to try to lift 1 foot off the ground. So Kate's going to demonstrate with her knees down, but if you can, I would challenge you to try to keep your knees off of the ground. Okay? So from here, keep those feet dorsiflexed again. From here, keeping that core stable. If your knees are off the ground, press your right or left toes into the ground. Okay? And then you're going to extend your right leg backwards, driving your heel into a wall behind you. Okay, straightening the leg as much as you can, trying to keep this nice and straight. Straighten this, keep the foot flexed at the back. Okay? Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Keep pressing into the floor with the palms. Use the hamstring. Draw the heel towards the butt. Hamstring curl the leg. Use the top of your glute. Drive the heel towards the ceiling. Good. And then release back down to the floor. Try to keep the knees up through all of this. If you need to rest them, that's fine. Rebrace, come back into your hovering table. Moving on, we're going to press our right toes into the ground, starting with our left foot. So lift the left foot up a little bit off the ground, and then drive the heel straight backwards, trying to stay nice and stable through the hips. Hips stay square to the floor. Good. Take a breath. Find stability. Good. And then use the hamstring. Curl the leg. Draw the heel towards the butt. Use the top of the glute. Drive the heel to the ceiling. Keep everything nice and stable. Draw the front ribs to back ribs. Don't hang. Good. And then release your foot back down to the floor. Beautiful. So here, so you come back into your hovering. You're in your hovering tabletop. We're going to take a nice deep inhale. Loud exhale. Good. Pressing into the floor. Now what I want you to do is we're going to come into a crouching downward dog. So that means your knees stay nice and bent. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, push your hips up, press into the floor. Your knees stay really bent. If you can, I challenge you to try to get your shins parallel to the floor. Okay? Pressing down. Your ribs should be nice and close to your thighs, okay? It's very shortened downward dog. Good. Exhale, come back into your hovering table. So you shift forward. Beautiful. Inhale, back up into your crouching downward dog. And exhale, back to hovering table. Pressing into the floor, keeping this front chain engaged. Let's do 2 more. So inhale, up. Good. Exhale, back down. Remember to exhale through the mouth. So inhale, up. Loud exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Here, take one last deep breath. Reconnect the spine or the front chain. Okay? Pubis bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Lengthen through the sternum. Good. Release the knees to the floor. Bring them nice and wide to your mat. Feet come together. We're coming into a child's pose. You're going to rest your head on a 2 stacked fist. Now, your hips can come all the way back, or if you don't have that mobility, they can stay up here, okay? Whatever is comfortable for your own body. Okay? Relaxing your head on your fists, taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. Loud exhale through the mouth. Good, let's take another breath. Inhale through the nose. Loud exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do with your breath, I want you to rock your head side to side on your fists. Just massaging your forehead just a little bit. Beautiful. Making sure we're breathing. Helping to induce a little bit of relaxation after being up and working for a little bit. Very nice. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a high plank position. So reaching forward across your mat. Okay? Yep. Come up into your tabletop and straighten your legs backwards. Okay, so again, wrists underneath the shoulders, heels right behind you, feet can be apart. Brace the core, so we draw the pubis bone up and in a little bit, front ribs to back ribs. Lengthen a little bit through the sternum, there you go. Press into the floor with the hands. Bend the knees slightly, and then we push our hips up and back. Beautiful. Here, some of you might have the flexibility to keep your legs straight, okay? I encourage you to maybe keep them a little bit bent so that we're not putting so much stress on the hamstrings, especially this early in the morning, okay? Pressing into the floor, rebracing our core here. Pubis bone up and in, front ribs to back ribs. So it's essentially coming from here, drawing them back and in. Good. Press into the floor. With the hands, spread the fingers nice and wide. Press into the floor with your toes. Very nice. When you feel ready, take a nice deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. And then you can walk or step to the front of your mat. Good. Come back. Good. All right. So, staying down. Good. So you should be here. Inhale into half back position. So our half back position, we're trying to create a nice straight back. Okay? I want your knees slightly bent, again, to protect the hamstrings a little bit. Your weight shifts a little bit onto the fronts of your feet. Okay? Your palms, depending on your flexibility, are either going to press into your shins, your knees, or your quads, your thighs. Okay? Whatever is comfortable for you, but I want them to press in, really engage. Keep the shoulders back. Good. As we exhale, you're going to come forward into your complete forward fold. So exhale, reach all the way down. Good. Legs can straighten a little bit more if you feel comfortable. If you don't, keep them bent. Weight is still in the fronts of the feet. Inhale, we're going to lead with the chest bone, standing all the way up, circling the arms up overhead. So inhale, come up, circle the arms. Good. Palms face away from each other. Good. Exhale all the way back down to our forward fold. Now exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale back to our half back position. Good. Keeping the weight forward. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shift our weight into our heels. Bend through the knees. Sit the hips back. Reaching the arms down. Coming into a low squat. Good. And then dropping the hands to the floor. With control, I want you to step your feet backwards into a high plank position. Good. Feet are about hip width apart. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Draw the pubis bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Lengthen through the sternum. Neutral head. Good. Take a breath. Inhale. Loud. Exhale. Beautiful. From here, option 1 is to stay and build strength and foundation. Option 2, shift forward slightly on the toes, separating the toe joints from the foot. Bend the knees 30, 60, or 90 degrees. Bend the arms 30, 60, or 90 degrees. Straighten the knees first, then straighten the elbows. Very nice. Good. Then we bend the knees slightly, and we push the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. How are you doing so far? Good, I hope. All right, from here, we're going to stretch through the hamstrings just a little bit, okay? Pressing into the floor. We're going to, again, separate the toe joints from the foot, so coming up onto our toes. Yeah, bend the knees a little bit more. Yeah, good. All right. Pressing our left toes into the ground. We're going to release the right heel towards the ground, trying to keep the hips nice and stable. So we're not shifting back and forth in our hips. We're keeping tension, and you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your leg. Coming back up onto 10 toes. Press the right toes into the ground. Release the left foot. Good. And we'll do each side one more time. Up onto 10 toes. Press the left toes. Release the right heel. Come up onto 10 toes. Press the right toes. Release the left heel. Very nice. Back up onto 10 toes. Okay, bend the knees a little bit. Push the hips back. Yeah. Beautiful. Press into the floor. Press the toes. Draw the pubis bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Press into your hands. Good. When you're ready, walk or step yourself to the front of your mat and inhale into your half back position. Inhale the half back. Feet are together at the front here, okay? Step back. Beautiful. All right, so remember our half back, nice and flat through here. Knees are slightly bent, but we're shifted forwards, okay, into our toes. Heels don't come off the ground, but your weight is predominantly in the front of your foot. Good. Pressing the front of your hands into your thighs, your knees, or your shins. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, leading with the chest. Arms circle overhead, palms face away. Exhale, come back into your forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, come up into half back position. Weight stays forward. Good. From here, we shift the weight backwards. We bend the knees, drop the hips, reach the arms towards the floor. Good. With control, drop your hands down to the floor. Brace your core, squeeze everything, draw the navel in, and step your feet back into high plank position. Adding on to what we just did. Okay? So again, option 1 is to stay. Draw the pubis bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Lengthen through the sternum. Press into the floor with the hands. Option 2, shift our weight forward onto 10 toes, separating the toe joints from the foot. Bend your knees 30, 60, or 90. Bend your arms 30, 60, or 90. Straighten the knees, straighten the elbows. Beautiful. Even if it's just a small bend, that's totally okay. Good. From here, we add on. Bend the knees slightly. Lift the hips up about 2 inches. Yeah. Then we're going to bend our elbows, keeping them nice and tight, and scoop up and under a fence. Beautiful. Coming into our upward dog. Making sure we're not hanging in our low back, so you still want to engage the front chain. Keep the pubis bone pulled in and the navel drawn into the spine. Press into the floor. Good. Draw the navel in. Push yourself back up into high plank. High plank. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Push up into downward dog. Take a nice big relaxation breath. Inhale through the nose. Loud. Exhale through the mouth. Very nice. Inhale through the nose. Loud. Exhale through the mouth. Good stuff. Here, we're just going to find our kinetic chain. So we're going to connect heels all the way to hands. Okay? So what I want you to do is come up onto 10 toes a little bit. Yep, keep the knees bent. Yeah, doing great. Kate's a trooper. She's doing awesome. All right, we're going to create tension through the back of the leg. Okay? Try to push your heels down to the floor, but don't let them move. So you're creating tension in the back of the leg. Okay? Good. Pretend somebody's pulling on your belt loop. Okay? Pull your hips up nice and high. Very nice. Front ribs to back ribs. Pressing through the floor with your hands, fingers spreading wide. We're going to create tension. Try to push the mat away with your hands and away with your feet. We're trying to lengthen and decompress the spine here. Really trying to push, create as much tension. Inhale, remember to breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, keep pushing. Exhale through the mouth. You're doing great. Good. Walk or step yourself to the front of the mat. Very nice. Inhale into your half back position. Good. We'll hang out here for just a little bit. Give those arms a nice break. Keep the weight shifted forward. Good. Bend those knees a little bit. Straighten the back. Yep. Press palms into the thighs, shins, or knees. Okay? Good. Take a few breaths here. Relax just a little bit. Good. We're going to exhale into our forward fold. Good. Again, those knees can straighten as much as your comfort and your flexibility allows. Okay? Good. Rounding the back. Let the head hang just a little bit. Good. Take a few breaths here. Weight is shifted forward, so we're trying to initiate a stretch through the back of the leg. Good. Let's inhale, lead with the chest, circle the arms up overhead. Good. This time we're going to stay here, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to grab your right wrist. Good. Grab your right wrist. I'll demonstrate forwards. Kate will demonstrate sideways. You're going to pull your right shoulder up. And then you're going to exhale and lean to the side. Just a little bit of lateral flexion through the spine. So you're reaching towards your left. Yeah. Beautiful. So this is my right arm. I'm pulling up and bending over to the left. Good. Stretching through my right side. Good. Making sure the hips stay square. You don't want to sit in your hips this way. Hips stay nice and square. And it's just a little bit of flexion. We're going to take a few breaths and breathe into our side ribs here. So breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. Trying to create more space and more stretch through the side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Good. On your next inhale, I want you to come back up to center. Drop the arms, shake them out. Good. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Grab your left wrist, pull it up and out. So palms again are facing away. Then you pull up. And then now we bend towards our right side, stretching our left. Good. That's on your exhale. Beautiful. Again, making sure we're not sitting in our hip. Okay, good. Stretching. Take a few deep inhales into your side ribs here. So breathe in. Loud. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Again, inhale through the nose. Loud. Exhale through the mouth. Next inhale, come nice and up straight. Good. Drop the arms, shake them out. Good. So we're going to go back into our core flow. We're going to add one little piece and then we'll see where we're at after that, okay? Nice break from your arms. So circle the arms up overhead. And inhale. And exhale, come down into your forward fold. Good. Remember the knees bend, the weight stays forward in the toes. Good. Round the back, lift the head a little. Good. Exhale, inhale, come up into your half back position. Press the palms into the thighs. We want to maintain engagement through all of this, okay? Good. Weight forward. Beautiful. Then we shift our weight backwards. Bend our knees, drop our hips, reach towards the floor. Good. And then with control, we put our hands down on the floor, draw the navel in, and step yourself back into high plank position. Good. Feet are apart. From here, draw the pubic bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Lengthen through the sternum. Head is neutral. Press into the floor with your hands. Option 1, again, is to stay. Build strength and foundation. Option 2, we shift forward onto the 10 toes. Bend the knees 30-60 or 90. Bend the elbows 30-60 or 90. Straighten the knees. Straighten the elbows. Good. From here, we bend the knees. Lift the hips about 2 inches. Bend the arms. Tight to our body. Scoop up and under a fence. Upward dog. Keep the pubis bone drawn in. We don't want to hang in our low back. Press into the floor with the palms. Good. Draw the navel in. Come back into high plank. Beautiful. Here, you have the option to add a push-up if you want. Even if it's just a tiny bend, you don't have to. Wow, look at her go. Strength. All right, bend the knee. Push up into downward dog. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale. Loud exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose. Loud exhale through the mouth. Very nice. Good. From here, press your toes into the ground. Again, reconnecting that kinetic chain. Pubic bone up and in. Front ribs to back ribs. Lengthening through the sternum. Head is neutral. Okay? Pressing into the floor with the palms. Good. Pull the tailbone up just a little bit. Beautiful. Finding strength and foundation here. Good. Deep inhales. Loud exhales. Good. Keep going. You got this. Very nice, everyone. Good. Spread the fingers nice and wide if you can. Create all of the tension. Good. And then release yourself to the floor. Knees come wide. Feet come together. We come back into child's pose. So bring the knees a little bit wide. So knees can be like end of the mat to end of the mat, whatever's comfortable for you. And again, you can keep the hips up if you need to. If you don't have the flexibility or mobility to put your butt back all the way. Okay, this is perfectly acceptable. Okay, head comes to a two-stacked fist. Okay, so just like this. Resting your forehead. Take a deep inhale. And a loud exhale. Good. Deep inhale. And a loud exhale. Very nice. Take another breath. Rock your forehead side to side. Good. Keep breathing. Keep inhaling. And loud exhale through the mouth. So with the sound, the phonetic sound, we're relaxing the jaw and the neck muscles at the same time. So we're not holding any tension from here up. Okay? Beautiful. Nice work. All right. So I'm going to let Kate get a drink, relax a little bit, and I'm going to guide you through some stretches, okay? Beautiful. Thank you, Kate. Yay. All right. So, okay, so we're in our child's pose position here. Okay? From here, we're just going to come up. Okay? I'm going to face you, but you can face the end of your mat. We're going to come into what is called like a 45 degree angle with the feet. Okay? So your front leg is bent. The inside of your foot is rested on your leg. So right now I have my right leg here, my left leg here, okay? I'm going to use my left hand and I'm going to draw my left heel towards my butt as much as it can go. So if it's out here, I'm going to take it and draw it in. Okay. Right? Drawing it in. From here, we're going to sit up nice and tall. I want you to press the outside of your leg into the mat. Press the outside of your shin into the mat. Okay? Press the outside of your foot into the mat. Okay, so we're engaging this front leg here. Okay? Then we're also going to engage our back leg. So press the inside of your left foot into the ground, inside of your shin, inside of your knee. Everything is pressed into the ground from my lower body. I'm sitting up nice and tall. What I want to do is take my right arm, lift it up over my head, externally rotate or rotate it outwards, and place it back behind me. Okay? To wherever's comfortable. If your mobility brings you out here, that's totally okay. Mine, naturally, as I do this, brings me here. Good. I'm going to take my other arm, reach it up and back, and place it behind me here. Okay? Again, if you're out here, if you're here, that's okay. If you need to come onto your fingertips, if your wrists are sore, that's okay too. Okay? From here, with everything pressed into the floor, remember, outside of my right leg, inside of my left leg, it's all pressed down. I'm going to squeeze my left glute, drive my hips diagonally this way as I'm pressing into the floor, and you should start to feel a stretch through the front of your left quad here. Okay? breathing. And exhaling. Pressing into the floor. The more you press into the floor, the more you're engaged to let this muscle relax and stretch. Okay? Squeezing the butt cheek, pressing the hips. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. From here, we release our glutes, come back into sitting up nice and tall. Now we're going to come into a 90-90, okay? So my front foot is going to look like this. Again, right leg stays forward. So my knee is in line with my hip, okay? And my knee is bent 90 degrees. And I'm dorsiflexing my foot. So flexing my toes up towards my shins, okay? And then my left knee comes back, so it's in line with my left hip, okay? Again, 90-degree bend in my leg and a flexed foot. Draw the toes up to the shins, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, okay? You might feel a little bit awkward, that's okay. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to walk our hands slowly forward, okay? Just walk them a little bit. When you get out a little bit, I want you to again start engaging through your front leg. So press the outside of your right foot, outside of your right leg, outside of your right thigh into the floor. Okay, press it as hard as you can. And what you should start to feel is a stretch in your right glute. Okay, so your right butt cheek. That's where you should feel the stretch. Press into the floor. If you don't feel the stretch reaching forward, you might have to play around with your angles. Okay, so if you don't feel the stretch, you can start to play around with reaching a little bit more to the right or reaching a little bit more to the left. Okay, whatever's comfortable for you. Pressing into the floor, deep inhales, loud exhales. Good, deep inhales and loud exhales. Good. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Press the leg into the floor. Exhale through the mouth. Good. When you're comfortable, walk your hands back up. And then all we're going to do, use our hands to pull our back leg forwards. And we're going to switch sides, okay? So now I'm going to put my left leg in front and my right leg behind, coming into our 45-45, okay? So here, I have my left foot resting on the inside part of my right thigh. Again, I take my right hand and I pull my right foot as close to my butt as possible. Okay? Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to engage the front and back chain. So press the right leg into the floor, inside of the foot, the shin, knee, and thigh. Outside of the left leg, so outside of the left thigh, knee, shin, and foot. Press everything into the floor. Sit up nice and tall. We again take our arms, reach them up, rotate backwards, place them wherever your natural mobility takes you. Then we reach up and back with the opposite side, place it back behind you. Good. From here, keeping that engagement, so reconnect. Press the right leg into the floor, press the left leg into the floor. Press, press, press. Squeeze our right glute, drive our hips a little bit this way, lifting them up, and you should feel a stretch through the front of your right quad or thigh. Okay? Pressing in, taking deep breaths. Squeeze the glute, drive the hips, press into the floor with that right leg. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. From here, we gently walk our hands back in and up, sitting upright. We drive our legs into 90-90. So I'm extending my left leg, right hip left leg, knee, hip. Nice and in line with each other, okay? My knee is bent 90 degrees. My foot is dorsally flexed again, drawing the toes up towards the shin. Take my right leg. Knee is in line with my hip. I straighten my leg a little bit so that I have a 90-degree bend here, and my right foot is dorsally flexed as well. Toes to shin. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. In this position, we walk ourselves forward just a little bit. After you get a little bit forward, engaging the front leg, press the outside of the foot, the left foot, into the ground, outside of the left shin, the knee, the outside of the left thigh, okay, into the floor. Press it down as if you're trying to squish something underneath it, okay? Really press. You should start to feel, again, a stretch in your left glute, so your left butt cheek, okay? Again, if you don't feel the stretch, you can play around with your ankles by walking a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, okay? Pressing into the floor. You can also play around with how far you're reaching, okay? I don't want you to come all the way down. Stay a little bit up, but if you can reach a little bit further, go for it. Take a few inhales. Loud exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Another inhale. And loud exhale, relaxing the jaw. Good. Walking yourself back up. Good. From here, I'm going to ask Kate to come back so that you can hear me talking properly. I'm going to have you lie on your back. Beautiful, thank you. Okay, so I want you to reach your arms up over your head. Okay, stretch as far as you can. Reach through the toes. Take deep inhales and exhales. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Good. Bring the arms back down to your sides. Yep. From here, I want you to draw the navel in, okay? And then hug your right knee to your chest. So engage first, and then hug your right knee to your chest using your arms. Okay, nice. Take a deep inhale. And a loud exhale. Inhale. Loud exhale. Very good. From here, we're going to grab underneath our knee, the back of our thigh, okay, so our hamstring, okay? And wherever, so you're going to notice that Kate's thigh is pretty close to the front of her. You might only be here in your range of motion. You might be further than Kate is. Whatever your natural range of motion, I want you to stay there, okay? I don't want you to try to force your leg even further, or try not to let it come backwards, okay? From here, we're going to try to straighten the leg, okay? Keeping the thigh as best we can where it is, flexing through the foot. Good. Grabbing the thigh. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale. So what we're going to do is we're going to floss a little bit through that muscle. So I'm going to have you point your toes. Good. Starting through the toes, pull the toes back. Got ticklish feet. Okay? And then press through. Point all the way through the toes. And then flex the foot backwards. Good. One more time. 1, 2. And good. From here, keeping the leg where it is, you're going to take your right hand to the floor. To the floor. Left hand comes across the leg. Okay? Keeping everything nice and stable. Okay? Your right arm, if you need, can come up towards the side of your body, but the palm is facing down. Okay? Here is usually a good place. keeping the foot flexed. We're gently going to let this leg come towards the floor, but before we do that, we're going to engage through the front chain so that we have control. So try to pull that pelvis bone up and in, front ribs to back ribs, okay? Navel drawn in, and then we slowly let this drop down towards the floor. Okay. So, from here, you want to try to keep everything on the floor. Now, if you can, so for instance, I would probably stop Kate here, and if you see how her leg is up here, that's probably going to put a lot of tension on the outside of her hip. So what she can do is use her hand on the inside to kind of hold her leg there and place her elbow on the floor as a lever, okay? There you go, okay? Okay, good. So, we should feel a nice stretch on the outside of this leg, maybe even more so in the glute, okay? Good. There you go. Beautiful. So, what we can do is if this is a good stretch for you, you can take that right arm, you can externally rotate, so palm up, and lift it up above your head just a little bit. But I want you to try to keep your shoulders on the floor. Yeah. Beautiful. And then what you can do is turn your head so that you're kind of looking towards your armpit. Good. We're breathing. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Starting with the arm first, we're going to come out of it. So start to bring the arm down, bring the palm back down facing the floor. Good. Then what we do is we can take that arm, it's already here. If it's on the outside, bring the arm on the inside of the knee and use it to help bring yourself back up to center. Good. Hug your knee to your chest. Yep. And then release it down to the floor. Beautiful. Arms come back to the sides. Now we're going to switch to the other legs. I'm going to get you to actually turn the other way. Otherwise she's going to kick me. Alright. Alright. So, left leg. So draw the navel in, engage here, and then draw the left leg up to your chest. Yep. And hug your knee. Good. Again, pay attention to your natural range of motion through your hip here. Okay? Take a few inhales and exhales. Inhale and exhale. Good. From here, we grab underneath the leg. Yeah. Keeping the leg where it is. We try to straighten it as much as we can. Yep. So if your natural range of motion comes here, that's okay. And we flex the foot. Yep, you should feel a stretch behind your leg. Good. Now we start flossing, so we point through the foot. Starting with the toes, flex the foot. All the way through the ankle. So we move toes to the ankle joint, okay? And flex, nice and slow. One, good. And flex. One more time. One. And flex. Beautiful. Nice work. Okay, from here, drop our left arm to the floor. Our right arm comes across. And again, this left arm can come up a little bit if you need it to. Good. The balance. Beautiful. From here, we engage the core first, so draw the pelvis bone up and in, front ribs to back ribs. Keep this engaged so we have control as we lower the leg slowly towards the floor. And you might notice that one side has more range of motion than the other. That's normal, okay? Just paying attention to how your body feels and maybe where those imbalances are. Very nice. Good. And again, she brought her arm underneath to support her knee, so there's not as much tension just riding on the outside of her leg. Okay? Again, if you can keep this like straight, that's ideal. If you have to bend it because of your range of motion and your flexibility, that's okay. All right. Good. Now you can take that left arm, rotate it so the palm is up, and start to drive it up overhead. But you need to make sure that your shoulder is staying on the floor. Yeah? So if you only bring it to here, that's okay. Then you're just going to start to look towards your left arm. Take deep inhales through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Again, the stretch should be feeling here. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Starting with the arm first, we take it from wherever it is. We turn the palm down and bring it down towards our side or wherever is comfortable. Again, if your arm is on the outside of your leg, bring it to the inside. Use it to help draw your legs back up to neutral. Plug it into your chest slightly. And then release it down to the floor. Very nice. How are we feeling, everyone? Good? I can't hear you, but I hope you're feeling good. How are you feeling? Good. Thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. From here, we're just going to come into a nice relaxation. Okay? We're going to draw the knees up. So bending the knees as much as I can, okay, towards the bum, naturally. Yeah. Heels right behind the thumb. Actually, you know what? We're going to do one more stretch. Stretch the inside of our thighs a little bit. So actually want your feet to come together. Okay? Engage through here. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Okay? And let the knees fall where they may out to the sides. Very nice. Okay. So draw the navel in, keep the front wrist or backwards here. Okay? So we don't want to be coming arching through our back. We want everything to stay nice and engaged towards the floor. Okay? Very good. Holding here. I see a few comments. I'm just going to look quickly. You're very welcome, Alana. Thank you for watching and participating if you participate. All right, good. Take a few breaths here. Take your arms on the outsides of your knees. Go ahead. Yeah, and draw them back up. So you're going to use your hands as levers to draw the knees back together. Good. Bottoms of the feet come to the floor. Good. Heels right behind the sit bones. So again, you want them about like a little less than hip distance apart. Good. Knees stay apart. Hands come to the floor. We're just going to go back into some nice breathing, okay? So you can put your hands back here if you wish, or they can stay by your side. Up to you, okay? We're going to deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Paying attention to how our body's feeling right now. Put you through a little bit of work. Noticing if you're sore anywhere, if you're feeling tight anywhere. Noticing with each breath if you start to relax a little bit more and where that relaxation is coming from. So if you taking an inhale and an exhale, you feel your hips just relax a little bit more into the floor. Feel your shoulders relax, letting gravity open them and pull them towards the mat. Deep inhale. And now noticing where the breath is going, whether it's going more into your chest, into your belly, a little bit of both. Not changing where you're breathing, just noticing where your breath is going. And exhale. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Next, what I want you to do is roll onto your right side again, like we did in the beginning, using your right arm as a pillow. Knees stay bent. Good. And what I'm actually going to have you do, can you shift a little bit? Beautiful. Okay. Now what I'm going to have you do from here is take your left hand and actually plug your left nostril. Okay? We're going to breathe in through our right nostril and loud exhale through the mouth. In through the right nostril. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale. Through the mouth. So this is helping kind of bring oxygen into a different part of our brain, you know, and inducing relaxation, bringing out our creative side a little bit, leaving you ready to take on the rest of your week. We're Wednesday, we're halfway there. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week and weekend. We're just going to come from here. So bring your left hand down to the floor. Push yourself up, come seated into a cross-legged position. Push yourself up and sit cross-legged in front. Very nice. So sitting up nice and tall, I want you to take your hands and kind of cup them over your eyes. Yep. Good. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. And an exhale. Relax through the shoulders. Relax through the body. Very nice. Inhale. And exhale. Good. If you can, open your eyes under your hands. And as we're inhaling, I want you to look up. So inhale, look up. Exhale, stay looking up. Moving through our eye sockets just a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you for joining. Okay, good. And then we bring our hands to our chest. And we just, thank ourselves internally that we can still use our bodies today. We can use them later. We feel calm and relaxed, ready to take on the rest of the week. And proud of ourselves for pushing through either new movements, a new class, or just pushing our bodies in general. Okay? Building strength, building foundation. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, week, and weekend. Close our eyes, bow our heads. Namaste. Beautiful. All right, thank you everybody. Take care.